Part 1. Answer the question from the audio. Number 1. Wingsuits are not very new, but the modern ones are better than ever. Number 2. Last October was the first ever wingsuit world championship in China. Number 3. You can buy a wingsuit for $600 to $2,000. Number 4. The water distiller is for places where it's hard to get clean drinking water. Number 5. To produce the water distiller properly, they still need help with investment. Number 6. The enable talk gloves were invented by some Ukrainian students. Number 7. The gloves use sensors to turn sign language into text and then into spoken language. Number 8. James Cameron was a part of team which designed a submarine capable of descending to 10 kilometers down. Number 9. James Cameron was the first person to do a solo dive so deep under the sea. Number 10. MIT students have invented a product that helps people get the contents out of a bottle. Part 2. Puss in Boots. Once upon a time, a poor miller who had 3 sons passed away. The oldest two inherited his mill and his donkey, and the youngest only inherited his cat. Known for its cunning stunt, the cat bargained to its master to give it a bag and a pair of boots, and it shall show its master how to survive, and off he goes. The cat then trapped a poor rabbit inside its bag. The other day, it also trapped a pair of partridges. It then continues its hunting journey for the following months. And after each prey, it presented its prey straight to the king, stating that these presents are from his master, Lord Marquis of Caraba. The king showed his gratitude towards the cat's master through it. One day, the cat overheard that the king and princess said to the most beautiful woman in the world is planning to drive on his carriage along the riverbank. The cat then advises its master to go to the said riverbank, and the cat will do the rest. Following its advice, the boy then went for a bath. When the king's carriage passed by, suddenly the cat screamed for mercy, as if its master is drowning. Swiftly, the king told his guards to help the poor boy, dressed by the king's wardrobe since the cat secretly hid his clothes. The princess is secretly in love with him for his good looks and toned body. The cat then proceeds to threaten his fellow peasants that if their meadows are not handed over to his master, the king guards will punish them, in which they obeyed immediately. Pleased with this, the king then asked the boy if he could pay a visit to his castle. Quick-witted, the cat asked for an hour to them, and proceeds directly to an ogre castle. The cat then very persuasively and deceivingly asked the ogre to turn into a mouse, in which the cat immediately ate it. Impressed by the castle, the king then asked the boy to marry the princess, in which he accepted on the very same day. They all live happily ever after. Part 3. Bluebeard. Some time ago, a very wealthy gentleman was avoided by the ladies in town because of his blue beard. Bluebeard then approached a certain lady with 2 beautiful daughters, in which neither of them wanted to be married Bluebeard. He then invited them to a countryside where they will do many pleasurable things whilst trying to convince them. One of the daughters had a change of heart after his event and soon after they were married. About a month after, Bluebeard then asked his wife for permission to go a country side to attend some manners. He then gave his wife the keys to his wealth and mansion and told her to do whatever she pleases, except to open a closet. For she will accept punishment if she chose to disobey him. She then invited her friends, whom immediately adores all the wealth and glamour of Bluebeard's mansion. The wife, however, was tempted by his forbidden closet, in which she immediately heads down to see it. What she saw inside the closet was bloodbath of Bluebeard's ex-wife. Horrified, she went to her room with haste. But the key was stained in the blood from the closet's floor. She tried to clean over and over again, but it turns out the closet's key was Bluebeard's own very friends that soak the key with blood every time she tries to rinse it. Bluebeard went home on the same night, for the matter of the countryside has been settled. The next morning he asked his wife for the keys, yet she failed to give him the closet's key. Frightened after she gave Bluebeard the blood-stained key, he knows immediately what she did, and he gave her half a quarter of an hour to say her prayer before he slays her with his scimitar. Alone and frightened in her room, she then called her sister and asked for help. She asked her sister Anne if her brothers are coming to rescue her. She asked multiple times, but to no avail. Wales Bluebeard ragingly asked her to calm down. At the very last moment, Anne spots her brother charging down the field while Bluebeard was ready to strike her down. The brother knocked on the precise moment. Bluebeard halted and opened the door. Then the brother struck him down swiftly, laying Bluebeard to waste. The wife then gave Bluebeard's wealth to her family and a young gentleman who then she marries shortly after.